Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thank you so much for stopping by the Satina Country Cottage. My name is Rosalie and I would love for you to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications and be a part of my YouTube family. Today I am going to show you how I style my two-tiered tray for Valentine's Day. So if you're interested in how to decorate a two-tiered tray, keep watching. So this tray that I have here is a smaller two-tiered tray. I got it from Red Fox Primitives, and this is in their black tiered tray. They also have this available in a white distress tray, two-tiered tray, and I will link the video that I featured them and the discount code that you could use to get 20% off down below. So I have this set up here on a riser just to make it easier for you guys to watch. But my style that I'm going for today, if you've been with me for any length of time, is primitive farmhouse for Valentine's. So that's what I'm hoping to achieve, and let's get started. So one of the first items that I'm going to place on the two-tiered tray is a couple of vintage doilies that I picked up some years back at an antique store, just to give it that vintage farmhouse kind of vibe. And what I like to do is I like to set everything in a diagonal pattern. I just think visually it looks better, in my opinion. And then I'm going to take some of these small pitberry picks that I have, and I like them just because, whoops, look at that there. I like them because obviously they have red in it, but they also have these little tiny green leaves that kind of remind me of spring that's coming up. So I like that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to curl it just so it kind of tucks around the handle here. I'm going to place one at the bottom, and again I'm going in a diagonal pattern. Then what I'm going to do is I have a ton of these things. They're lifesavers. They're just little scraps of extra wood kind of lying around my husband's workshop, and I just get them and use them as little tiny risers and vignettes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place that there. And what I'm going to set on top of the riser is I got these about a week ago, so you should be able to find these still at Michael's, but they're just these little mason jars. They're tiny. They almost look like the size of like a salt and pepper shaker. And I like using glass pieces because it fills up that negative space in the background, but it also lets light through. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these fabric balls. I believe I got these a year or two ago on Amazon. I'll try and find them and I'll link them down below for you guys. But I'm just going to, again, fill up that negative space. You're really not going to see these, but they are going to hold these really adorable primitive fabric hearts that I picked up last year on Etsy, I believe. You could go on Etsy or eBay. I'm not sure if Amazon carries these. I'll look, and if I find them, I'll go ahead and link them down below. But they just give a primitive touch to things, that handmade touch. And again, and I love it because this came in a set of 3, and I like decorating in odd numbers. Just gonna set that there. Again, this is going to be tucked in right here into this space. So you're really not going to see all of this. I'm going to turn it around once I'm done and show you the finished product, but you're really not going to see all that's happening back here because I'm going to tuck it away. This heart in particular, I'm going to put on top because it says handmade with love, and I just think that looks so cute. There you go. And then I'm going to get this. I have more fabric balls. I love this kind of homespun look. I got these smaller ones. These are made by VHC Brands, and I'll go ahead and link them down below. I believe you can find them on Amazon. But if not, I'll go ahead and link a retailer where you could find these at. But I'm just going to drop them on top here. It's just real simple and just really easy to do, to style this way. And if you all have been with me for a while, you'll know I really like a more simple kind of decor, something that's not gonna really stand out too much, but if somebody notices it, you know, out of the corner of their eye, it draws them in because it's visually interesting. So you could go ahead and stop right here and it looks great, but I wanted to add a little bit of twinkle without the twinkle lights, because you could add twinkle lights. I didn't want to. The two-tier tray is on the smaller side, so I didn't want to have like the battery box in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 of my 4-inch grubby battery operated taper candles, and I'm just gonna tuck them in between the pip berries. So it should hold. Let me see here. And at night it'll give just that little glimmer that adds a soft, cozy touch to it. There you go. So I love the way that this looks at night. These taper candles I absolutely love and use everywhere throughout my home because they're on for 6 hours. Whenever you pop the battery in and tighten it, that's when the timer starts. So it'll be on for 6 hours, and then the next day it'll turn on at the same time that you put the battery in and sealed it. So I love that. You don't have to worry about turning anything on or off. And I just always have these homespun scraps laying around just to use for decor items like this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little simple primitive farmhouse touch by just putting that at the top of the handle like so. And it just gives it like that country charm, that little primitive farmhouse touch. And that's it. I just think it came out so sweet. I love the colors in it. They're pretty neutral. I love the pops of green to show that everyone's anticipating springtime. Again, back here, the little glass jars, you don't really see them, but you also don't see a big hole in, through the piece. So I'm going to place it where I'm going to have it for until Valentine's Day and show you all how it turned out. I'm going to place it right here by these breadboards, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you try styling a Valentine's tiered tray of your own. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, God bless. Bye-bye.